say, Tito, you're a natural.
Very, very well spoken. Natural.
All good.
So, 1 second.
I came prepared.
Yeah.
I had to be in front of the two of you.
Yeah. Man, my first
I
was nervous as
I have to be more superior. Being the Father's Day.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Word from Home. Today is a very special episode. It's our Father's Day special episode. To celebrate all the great fathers and dads out there. Today's special guest, he's a mechanical engineer by trade. You may know him as, you've seen him around working at a big casino for 25 plus years. You might know him as, just a nice guy whenever you see him. But to me, he's the greatest man, the best person in my life who has taught me absolutely everything. My father, Joseph Laquian Sr. Hey, welcome on the show.
Good morning, Jem and Tabitha. They call him Lepaloni. The podcast. Guys, it's been an honor and a great privilege to be here today, this morning, to be invited by these two gentlemen who are now bringing a lot of inspirations to the people in the social media and doing their podcasting and spending some of their precious time every week, I suppose. They're getting popular.
We're trying.
They're
We're
about
starting.
to
We're
reach my stage, but it's okay.
Yeah, but before we start, we just want to say thank you for everyone that's watching this one, especially this episode and all our previous ones. First of all, we appreciate you guys taking out your time to watch what we've got to say, but make sure to give us a like, comment, leave a comment, share this video and all of our video clips that you ever see on socials. It really helps us to improve and grow our platform. So yeah, make sure to give us a like and subscribe as well and give us a follow. All right, let's start off with the absolute, let's start off from the very start of, we want to get to know my dad. It's my first time ever having him on. And, let's start from the very start. What was your upbringing like?
Back then, in the Philippines, I would say, we're just an ordinary people who were brought up by ordinary parents. My father is what they call a tradesman. He's a blacksmith, tinsmith by trade. He grew up on his younger years as a carpenter in one of the villages in the Philippines called Pampanga. His parents are just ordinary village people. That his father is a farmer and his mother is a businesswoman. Who sells crops like rice. My father grew up, studied in the elementary, didn't finish his school. Yeah. I think he only reached grade 4 in the elementary. And then he started working as a carpenter in one of these furniture shops. His experience-wise, he garnered from watching those expert tradesmen like carpenters and all that. So he tried his luck when he was becoming a teenager. He tried his luck going to travel to Manila to find more bigger venture. So he works there in a transport industry called JD and MD Transit in Manila. It's one of the big transport company back then in the 1970s. So from there, I studied in Manila. Then we moved to Dagupan, north of Manila, when my father get a contract with a Japanese company called Hino Motors to build, at the time, to build the first aluminum body buses. So he was a contractor back then. The business was flourishing, so he employed a lot of tradesmen. In a new city like the Dagupan city, he managed to be a friend of everyone. So when I say that, he has to build his reputation as one of the good tradesmen that helps people locally, local people, hire people and employ people locally. So I was then studying, at the same time helping him on his business. I was studying mechanical engineering, but before that, I used to be in Manila studying the course in one of the popular technological school, which is the Mapua Institute of Technology. Then I went back and assisted my father on his business. I grew up as an ordinary young man, like you guys did.
Yeah.
Did everything from socializing, all the young boys aspire to do.
Yeah.
But I still keep going and inspired myself to finish my school and study. So I graduated with a career in Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, and due to some unavoidable factors, the company where we used to work with my father collapsed in the 1980s. So in the 90s, I decided to apply and migrate here in Australia. I started coming to Australia in my first tour and my first experience to go out of the country and experience the life in another country is a bit difficult.
Yeah.
You experience a lot of challenges, like being single, being alone. I have my relative or my auntie who sponsored me here, but after 2 weeks I have to move out.
Yeah.
Because I was able to get a job in one of the factory here in the West.
Yeah.
So we were working in the building industry, fabricating kitchen doors and all that. The company at that time, it's a recession time in the 90s, and after 1 year, the company shuts down. So I was made redundant after 1 year working. I managed to get a little bit of compensation and managed to buy an old Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
A Toyota Corolla, which cost me $600 back then.
Oh, so you made the move over here by yourself?
I made the move by myself.
Yep.
I was a skilled migrant.
Yep.
At the same time, sponsored by my auntie.
By your auntie. So when you moved over, did you make trips back and forth, or did you meet your wife over here?
No, my wife
Yep.
used to be my girlfriend.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I left her, and after 1 year, I sponsored her to come in.
Oh, beautiful.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. She was so eager to come with me, but the only way I can do that is
Yeah.
to establish myself
You go
first.
first. Yeah. So he went first.
Yes.
Oh, so you came first. She was still waiting for you to come back. How was it hard to make the move? Because how was communication and that like back then?
Back then,
Yeah.
to communicate
Yeah.
in the 90s,
Yeah.
you have to go to Center Point
Yeah,
to grab one of these orange dial telephone from Telstra.
yeah.
You have to put coins, $1 coins. So you have to save some coins.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Ten-
Nothing like today.
$10 coins.
Yeah,
You know, just to, I think back then was 60 cents per minute.
Per minute.
Yeah. So you have to save a lot of coins.
Yeah.
Just to keep
Just to
going
talk.
and
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. And back
and
then, for
communicate.
$600 to get a
Yeah.
car for 600, you can only imagine what it's like to spend.
Yes.
See, what is it? Well, per minute. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
imagine, when you left, you had no idea. You have no idea when you're gonna be
Yeah.
back or see your parents.
You have no idea where you're going and
Yeah,
what
like
you're
you-
coming up.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
there's no social media back then.
Imagine
Yeah.
that.
So
It makes it so much easier now.
Yeah.
that's right.
If you were
So
to migrate.
the only way I would know about Australia is by looking at the books in the library.
Photos and
In
postcards
high school,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but like,
this is honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I look at the books,
Yeah.
I can see the
Kangaroos.
the kangaroos,
Yeah,
I would say the indigenous people
Yeah.
here in Australia. I said, okay, so I'm going in that island
Mm-hmm.
or continent. I'm an engineer, so I would say when I come there, I will have a greener pasture. I'll be recognized as an engineer.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that just like going to Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I arrived here, I moved out of the Gupan, which is north of Manila. I moved out 2 weeks after the devastating earthquake. The earthquake was 7.2 in
The Richter scale.
Richter scale.
Yeah.
And I was involved in some of the we call it the Operation Lindol Tulong, which is help those people isolated before I moved out here.
Yeah.
I was in the Gupan JCs, which is the Philippine JCs, like the Rotary at that time. And it was terrible experience. Then when I came here, I arrived here.
so
So beautiful country.
but before you continue, so
Yeah.
the earthquake happened and it devastated the city,
Yes,
and you still you don't mom, dad, I'm going.
that's the decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
But
earthquakes
that
were-
was already booked
the
months
No,
before,
no.
right? Or you just said,
When it happens,
Yeah.
I just got my passport
Mm.
I traveled around, say, 3 hours away
Yep.
by bus. And when I got my passport, I said, yes, I'm going. When I arrived the city, the earthquake
Earthquake
struck.
Oh.
So can you imagine if I didn't get my passport?
Passport. You wouldn't have been able to get it originally.
No, I wasn't here.
Then
So
I
it's
never
all,
met Jim.
it's never met Jem.
Yeah.
Never done all this. We're not podcasting.
Yeah. No,
we talk
So
about that
it's
all
all
the time.
about
Yeah.
it's all about destiny, you
Yeah.
know.
things happening for a reason.
Things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
The life I left back home is, I'm not gonna elaborate everything, but it's different to what you guys
Were
have
brought up with.
experienced here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could only imagine.
So, as I mentioned a while ago, we're doing this to inspire a lot of people online
Yeah.
on how you can be resilient enough to leave the comfort zone, that you used to have,
Yeah.
and try different things. Life is short, they said.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how young or old you are. you can try everything.
Yeah.
You know, doing this. We go back to the communication that you just mentioned a while ago.
Yeah.
We used to communicate. You need to have coins.
Now,
in a couple of minutes, this will be podcasted. This will be
broadcast all over the world.
Communicated all over the world.
FaceTime.
Okay.
FaceTime.
So back then you have to go to the city.
Yeah.
To drop some coins to communicate.
So what happens if she misses your call? If she misses the call,
you have to wait there. Yeah. So the people who are there, actually need to go to the telecommunication company, to the telephone booth. You have to join a queue.
It's like waiting in jail trying to get your call.
You have to wait a queue.
Like
Like going in one of the offices.
Yeah.
Just to get in on your time. So you need to anticipate that time where she is already in that booth.
Oh, she has to be in the booth on her end as well.
Yes.
Far out,
in a telecommunication company. We used to call it Philippine Long Distance Company. Telephone Company, PLDT.
Because you can't just call from your house.
You can't just call from your house.
Wow. You have to go PLD on this side, PLD on that side, and then you can talk.
Yes.
Far out, man. I couldn't imagine what it would have been like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if she doesn't make it, like how do you, so before, say, if you did speak to her, would you be like, okay, honey, I'm going to call you same time in next week or something like that? Is that how it works?
That's how it is, yeah.
Yeah.
At this time, you need to be with, on that place.
Yeah.
Will be on that place at this time. So the whole Sunday, you lose that.
Yeah.
Just for a phone call.
For
Can
one
you just imagine that?
One phone call.
Yeah, you need to travel to the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people are so lucky at the moment.
Yeah. If you have the chance
to experience all these benefits, all this. Yeah.
Yeah. If the opportunity ever arises for you to go abroad, move abroad, take that opportunity, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think was the hardest part about moving to Australia, or when you first got here, what was some of the hardest things and challenges you think?
Well, cultural wise, maybe you can hear me. You can hear me clearly now talking English, but back then I have to think first before I say it, because it's our second language. It's a medium of teaching back home, but it's different.
It's foreign, basically.
The way, it's the way they communicate. It's different.
Yeah,
we were taught into a different English talking style, like the American style.
Yeah.
Here, I work in a factory. All you can hear is F. Bloody. So what are you saying?
Yeah, imagine that. Far out.
Yeah. I arrived in the city. I used to live in
the west.
In Elwood.
Oh, Elwood.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine if you still live there now? Those houses are so expensive.
Yeah, that's where my my auntie lives.
Oh, yeah.
After 2 weeks, I met some of my friends here, which is my friends back home already. They're living in Richmond Road.
Yep.
Blacktown.
Yeah.
And so I said, I call Blacktown home.
Yeah. So do you think that's why you based yourself in Blacktown?
Yes, actually, I'm probably part of the furniture of Blacktown.
Yeah, he's big.
Because, I'm proud of Blacktown.
Yeah.
The way the cultural diversity
has grown,
flourished and grown in the city.
Yep.
As you can see, it's still growing.
Yeah.
And actually, maybe in the world, a lot of people envy Blacktown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of Blacktown because there are some negative things happening in here, but that's nothing.
Happens everywhere.
It happens everywhere. And it's just the way, before this interview, I was actually thinking on what Tabitha and Jem will ask me.
Yeah.
But I said I'll prepare myself, and I'll say, I definitely encourage everyone to, experience Blacktown.
Yeah. Because so basically that
The
was one of your main reasons for choosing Blacktown was you had a lot of friends and it made you feel at home. Is that what it was?
That's what it is.
Yeah, one would have been the
That's
biggest
basically
reasons.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's not, because I need to experience the same experience as it is, but it's the opportunity to actually contribute to the fiber of this community.
The foundations of
the
it, basically.
foundation.
Yeah.
To contribute. The way you brought up people and family, the way I brought up my kids, and in the community, the way we portray ourselves to be a responsible part of the community.
Yeah, yeah.
So, being a Father's Day, my word is to inspire people who are watching us today.
Yep. From back home.
From back home.
Yep.
And everywhere, every parts of the world.
Yeah.
No matter where you came from, no matter what status you have in life before, you should be able to progress, and become a responsible member of the community in your own little way.
Yep.
Your kids will grow up the way you want them to grow up.
Yeah.
The way you want them to, the way you inspire them to be with, to how they will become. And I'm proud of my son Jen.
Yeah.
Doing all this, he's working the most days in a week.
Yeah.
Or the whole week is working, but still got some time to contribute and, do this podcasting for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone to find a bit of inspiration.
Proud of you to be that because you're spending your time. He's got 4 kids.
Yeah.
And he's here, contributing their experiences and their time to encourage or to influence people that, you can do something. You can start somewhere.
Yeah. Basically have a positive impact on...
Yeah, positive impact in the community and everyone.
Thanks for that, Dito. We appreciate it, man.
Yes.
What are some of the biggest changes that you've seen, all those years growing up in Western Sydney, us growing up here? It's actually it's nowhere near as bad as places that we've, back home. The things that, Blacktown or Western Sydney gets such a bad rap, but it's not even that bad compared to the things you've seen back in the Philippines, right?
No, actually, it's too far.
It's like
very far. You guys are so privileged,
literally,
to experience this life in Sydney or I would say any parts of Australia. A lot of people, as you know, wants to come here and live here. They're actually moving out of places
bad
like
places.
USA.
And it's pretty crazy
Canada.
because they think Western Sydney's bad or Western Sydney gets a bad rap, but to hear it from somebody that's grown up in a worse upbringing, it seems like Western Sydney isn't even as bad as people make it out to be.
No, not really.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Because I know some other people, you can watch YouTube and saw all these things happening in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
And you say, I'm so privileged to live here.
Yeah. And hearing it firsthand from somebody that's grown up in worse situations than Western Sydney makes it more privileged to be staying here.
That's correct. And not only that, when it comes to work or your professional career, you get all the opportunity
over here,
over here for you guys to to build up your career. Look, I started washing dishes in one of the hotel in my second job here in Australia until I get my qualifications assessed and recognized.
Yeah.
So from there, I started working my way up till I reached this point. At the moment, I'm still looking for other opportunity.
But there is opportunity.
Yeah.
There's
You can do anything.
There's
here.
a lot of opportunity. At my age, I will not give up.
Yeah.
I'll probably try in a different stage,
Industry.
but in the different industry. But yeah, you guys are lucky. You're doing this thing, in your time, weekend.
Yeah.
But it's a privilege. It's a privilege for you guys to be doing this and all these. You got all these technologies in front of you to be able to deliver your message to the public.
Do you ever think about how your life would have been if you stayed in the Philippines, or how our life would have been if we had, if we were born there? If we were born there,
well, I'll do it in a different way.
Yeah.
I will do it the Philippine way.
Yeah.
I will still progress.
Yeah.
But I will progress in a different way.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to maintain my status as, as a leader in the community or as a leader in my own field. Get more connected.
Yeah.
As I used to be there. It's kind of different approach over there.
I really like that. The way you summed it up, how you're saying doesn't matter what situation you were put in, you would still make the most out of it, which I found Jem to be the same as well. Doesn't matter what situation he's in or any situation that a mate's in, he's always willing to make it work. As you said, if you stayed back home, you'll still make it work, basically.
Yes. And I would still be able to help people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in my nature. I found this, I experienced this with my parents.
Yeah.
My father's, as I mentioned a while ago, is just a simple tradesman, but managed to help people by employing them.
Yeah.
And you'll see him, when he goes to places, he'll meet these kids, he'll give them money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you inculcate that in your mind, you should be able to, this simple man is still able to share his blessings in his little way.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Like I was just sitting here and I was realizing it all, and obviously I get a lot from you and Mum, especially you. But just sitting down, realizing, and you talking about Lolo, being able to share and help people out. And I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, maybe that's what my nature. I'm trying to help out. Yeah, helping out my friends or helping out randoms whenever I can, or just bringing good energy wherever I go. I was just thinking about, I was like, it's in our nature. It's with you and Lolo. And I was just, I was like, okay, that's most likely where it comes from.
It's a good trait to have, and it's a great trait to.
And if people don't know, like, it's not a boast. Like he doesn't need to boast about it or anything. But like, there's how many people Dad and Mum have been able to bring to Australia, or have been able to find them a home. They find, and I think it's normal within your culture as well, in Filipino culture. But they have helped a lot of people find. A lot of people. Not owe anything to them, but like a lot of people are grateful for the things that they've done. But also there's been people that they've helped and have just like slapped them in the face.
Yeah, that's
everything.
the worst.
It's crazy.
Yeah, those people come everywhere, man.
It's a nature.
It's nature.
Human nature.
Yeah.
But always put it in your mind that you're helping because you don't want something back.
Yeah, you're not expecting nothing.
You don't expect anything back.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason why you give. You don't give to hope to get the back. You're giving out of your good heart. That's the best thing, and I like it because Yeah, a lot of you probably, if you ever look on social media, you probably hate. Oh man, when you see them people recording homeless people, giving them food and stuff, you probably just want to give them a good slap because you're not. They're helping to kind of get a bit of shine and like trying to boost their social media
clout,
profile for a bit of clout. But
a bit of clout.
yeah, to hear it from Jem and hear it from yourself too, Dito, that like you give because you want to give, and at the end of the day, you end up getting good back.
Yeah. The energy you put out into this world always comes back, and I learned that from him.
Yeah,
he
that's
always
why
said that.
a lot of people were, especially here in Blacktown, a lot of people were saying, "Hey, why don't you become politician?
Yeah,
You got that stature." But I said, you don't need to be a politician to help people or to assist people.
Yeah, to have an impact on people.
I won't boast, but I've assisted a lot of politicians.
Yeah.
They're probably watching us now. They go, Jojo, good on you, Jojo. Yeah, but you help in your little way.
Yeah,
and in return, the good karma or the thing goes back to you and to your community.
Yeah,
and I'm proud to say that if I found someone or somebody doing bad things in the community, I say it into their face.
Yeah,
and don't even come near me because that's the thing that
sure.
That's the thing that I hate.
Happened.
Yeah,
it happened.
no, for sure.
It's happened with some of his closest people in our life.
Yeah,
and then you can't just let people
get away with things. All the time.
Or just you got to always be upfront with them. If you think they're doing bad, just
just being straight up.
Straight up. As long as in your heart you're being pure and you're doing the right thing. Yeah. What moment or moments made you realize that you made the right decision to migrate here to Australia?
Well,
like, was there any specific moment where you were like,
the specific moment is now.
Yeah.
Because look, what I built.
Yeah.
I built a family that that can encourage people. If you look at the social media, my Facebook page is open. I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah.
A lot of people from back home probably say, this is the bad guy before.
Yeah.
Look at him now.
Yeah.
It's a kind of way to influence people.
Yep.
That you can change.
Yep.
The way they know you before.
Yeah.
When I say bad, just like growing up, man.
Yeah.
This is the guy I knew before, and look at him now.
Yeah.
I'm not boasting who I am.
Yeah.
Now, but I'm proud of my family.
Yeah.
Yeah. My family is my treasure.
Yeah.
So being a Father's Day, all the fathers out there, if you still get the chance to change,
make the change
and convert your style.
Yeah.
You can do it now. You don't need to be rich.
That's the beauty of it.
To
be successful.
To be successful or to be able to influence people.
Yeah.
You can just influence people by just being you.
Yeah.
By your natural self.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that, Dito, because a lot of people don't realize that you don't have to have $1 million or a couple of $1 million in the bank account.
No.
As long as what you brought your kids up, or the values that you brought your kids up on, as long as they manage to basically use those values and those teachings that you taught them growing up, then you're living a successsul life. Which I found that's beautiful to hear, man. Like very, very like it is. Like you said, guys, as long as you're, you have a good heart and you're basically raising your kids the right way, that's a way to be successful. You don't have to have $1 million. You don't have to have 10 cars, 20 houses. As long as your values that you instill in your kids, as a perfect reflection of Jem, coming from Jojo, that, that's a good way to be successful, just as long as your kids are doing well.
Going back to what Jem's asked a while ago, the question is, did I actually, regret, or did I actually am I happy on when I migrated to Australia? Yes, I am. It's for my family's future.
Yeah.
Which I'm also happy to say that my kids grew up as a responsible member of the community.
Yeah.
They have their own way of contributing to the community. Like Joy used to sing.
Yeah.
And now she's building up her career in real estate industry. So Jem working on one of the multinational entertainment company.
Yeah.
And is still entertaining people every week. So in your own little way, as my friends from the community and from work were saying, hey, you can see your son doing this podcasting. I said,
big sense of pride.
Yeah, so I said, sometimes I'm even commenting on those podcasts, and I'm impressed the way him and Tabitha are doing it. And previously, PK. So that's the only way you can communicate to the world and show them how they should be able to be responsible enough to grow up and be a responsible citizen of the community. If in any way you live, doesn't matter you live in the north or in the west or something, you should be able to influence people in your own little way.
Yeah. Because it all adds up, yeah? It all adds up. Yeah.
As you mentioned a while ago when we were talking outside, I asked you a question, where do you used to work?
Yeah.
So you mentioned the company.
Yeah.
And that's the reputation that you build up.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned about the person you used to work with, I knew him.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if I knew that guy and he's a bad guy?
Yeah.
That's the reputation he built in his career.
Yeah.
So probably me, if you ask other people, in my industry, they'll probably say, he used to work. And I'm proud to say that I used to work as handyman and all that. But I grew up, built up my career.
Yeah.
And didn't stop yet. I'm still, Previously I had some interviews. I'm waiting for the call, but it's part of your experience. It's still growing up.
Yeah.
You're still growing up mentally and,
spiritually, all that.
I was talking to one of the CEO on my interview last couple of weeks.
Yep.
And I said to myself, I'm talking to this CEO.
Yeah.
It's still a part of your experience and opportunity.
Yeah.
And I can be, an Uber driver soon, but it's still
something.
It's still something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.